This is my watch list for Thursday, April 23rd. All right, so what happened yesterday? SPY, pretty choppy session. I was able to get a few scalps on the QQQs, but SPY, very, very choppy. What's happening today? We're gapping down. We're gapping down a bit on SPY and the Qs. However, we're still not gapping below our support, right? Our support on SPY is 703. This is the big level. If the market's going to start selling, we need to lose 703. We lose 703, it goes to 698, which was previous all-time high, and then below 698, real capitulation can start. Okay. Basically, all we did yesterday was hold below supply. Supply is 711 into 712.50, which was the previous all-time high. So all we really did was stay under that supply. Okay. So is this maybe 1, 2, 3 triple top potentially? If the market sells today, right? If we reclaim all-time high, then we can get another squeeze, okay? But let's see what happens. I'm not really watching anything on SPY. Potentially this 703 bounce, if we get there, it's pretty far away. But I actually like the Qs better, okay? So 650, let's talk about the two trades I took yesterday. I took the open reject off of 650. I got short right around 649.70 on this candle. It popped in at 650. Normally I would have added, but there were quotes issues yesterday. But I saw like 15% on this move from 650 down into 648.50, and then I sold runners in the green, okay? And then we wound up reclaiming 650, and there was a nice squeeze into 653, which is where I shorted again because this was NQ 27,000, right? So we got a nice move from 653 down into 651.50. Again, like this is like a 15% scalp. But I sold runners at break even because it was so choppy, right? There wasn't a lot of follow through on shorts. Now that could be a different story today, okay? It looks like we had a pretty big sell here in the pre-market, and we're gapping back below 653, which was that NQ 27,000 level. I want to see what happens with this 653 today. If we were under 653, then we can, remain that short bias. If we reclaim 653, potential longs again, okay? But really what I would want to see is the move back below 650. Then we can actually get aggressive with shorts because this would be a failure of the Friday highs, the Tuesday highs, the previous all-time high, right? If we get back under 650, we can see a move all the way back into 642, all right? This is actually my main watch today is below QQQ, below 650 for puts, okay? SPY, like I said, not the same chart, right? SPY is way above that support, way above that 703, and it's just we're at supply, right? 711 is supply, 711 to 712 is supply. We're below this, right? Potential shorts. If we reclaim, there's another potential squeeze in the market. Okay. Apple, this 274 looks okay. I'm just gonna show you guys something. All right, look at the daily. There's a lot of supply at 276. You see all these wicks back from, what is this, February 26th, and over here as well. Lots of wicks at this 276. So, yeah, it looks good, but just be aware that if we get over 274, it may only get to 276 and then fail. Okay, so a $2 move maybe, but it does look, Apple, one of the strongest names. So it does look good. Just be aware that it may only make a $2 move, okay? AMD, crazy. Up another 6.5% yesterday. One of the strongest names in the market. Look at this. Absolutely insane. I'm not watching anything here. It's got to pull back, right? It's got to pull back. If it pulls back, then we can get longs on it. But you can't really chase this rally. It's just too aggressive, okay? Amazon I like as well. 256. 256 rejected Friday. 256 rejected Monday. 256 rejected yesterday. If we get above 256, I think it'll go to all-time high, which is 258.50, okay? So if we get 256, 258.50, that's a $2.50 move. That's pretty good, all right? I'm interested in that on Amazon, okay? Meta broke below my 668. I've been waiting for this level to break intraday, and it decided to break pre-market. So, unfortunate. You can look for possibly, if we get a reject, a failure off that 668 to go short, but unfortunately, it already made the move. Remember I said if it breaks below 668, it's going to 660. It did that. Look pre-market, right? 668 down to 657, okay? I'm not, at this point, maybe I won't even watch it. It's already made the move that I was looking for, okay? Netflix, I still like this 91. It hasn't gotten there yet, but if it does get the 91, I do like that bounce on Netflix. Nvidia, I'm still watching this failure of 200, guys. It's just got to show confirmation of a breakdown. I'll show you yesterday's chart. You see how all these, it did get below 200, but it was just wicky the whole time. Wicks. That show me, that shows that there's buyers there. So I haven't actually gotten short on Nvidia yet because we need to flush 200. We need to show that it's flushing 200 and no buyers are coming in. Then we can get the sell into 196, right? But that's something I'm still watching, okay? Tesla reported earnings, so I'm not watching Tesla. You're going to have problems with the volatility, with the decay in the contracts once the volatility comes down, okay? So I'm not really watching Tesla. The level to hold if you're a bull though is 368. If you guys remember that level, that's a big level. So watch that. But the fact that we're below 383 and the fact that we reversed that whole move, it's not looking like a bullish chart to me. Look at this 5-minute. We popped in the after hours and then reversed the entire move. This is not looking like a bullish chart to me, okay? All right, so that's my watch for today. Pretty basic. QQQ, main watch, like I said. Amazon, I also really like that 256. And Netflix, Nvidia, I still like that as well if we get below 200, okay? All right, that's my watch for Thursday, April 23rd. I'll see you guys on live.